Hello, Dr. Cotton. My name is Muhammad Adli Ham, and today I'm going to me and my team are going to present to you our case study, which is Fran Hayden joins the dairy engineering topic. First of all, for the primary case topic, I'm going to talk about what is organizational behavior and what is the problem that connects with Fran Hayden's situation according to organizational behavior, and also how companies out there trying to fix the solution. So first of all, I will define organizational behavior. According to Google, organizational behavior is the learning of both group and individual performance and activity within a firm. This area of study looks into human behavior in a work environment and influence its impact on job structure, performance, communication, motivation, leadership, and many more. Organizational behavior, or OB, draws from other disciplines to create a unique field by improving job performance, increasing job satisfaction, promoting innovation, and also encouraging leadership. As in this modern era, same goes to Fran Hayden. Most adults spend 1/3 of their time in their respective workplace, and this is a bad habit for them because most of their life stress and problems actually come from it. It is almost impossible where everyone will be satisfied with their expectation towards their workplace, as everyone has a different perspective, or we can say a different taste towards something. However, most issues don't come out from the workplace itself, but actually the employee's behavior. This problem can be classified by a couple of factors such as emotion and attitudes issues. Example or meaning for emotions and attitude issues is emotions are defined as physiological, psychological, and behavior episodes experienced by an individual towards an object. This means this thing goes well with Fran Hayden's situation, where Fran Hayden, a very good management graduate, got into some problem in her early days of working by getting stressed out and cannot perform well in her jobs. To be added, emotions can really affect employees' attitude towards their work. Same goes to Fran Hayden, which is our case topic today. And it can have a negative effect on their work performance. Next, a problem with their respective organization commitment also can bring some issues towards the employees. Same goes to Fran Hayden, where she developed a feeling that her organization or her working place doesn't commit doesn't give a much commitment to her, as they didn't want her to fulfill their potential or max out her potential in a working environment by gaining experience and everything. But unfortunately, her company didn't react well to it. Example for this problem is sometimes employees feel they are left out from the organization because they will feel their respective organization doesn't take good care of their welfare. For example, most companies don't favor giving early maternity leave towards women employees because those organizations will feel like they are adding liabilities towards the company. This makes employees, especially women, get demotivated to give their 100% effort on your. As quoted by McShane in 2013, employees experience job satisfaction when fulfilling growth and esteem needs, and they experience dissatisfaction when they have poor working conditions, poor working job security, and as well as other factors categorized as other lower order needs. This is based on motivator hygiene theory. In our case topic, we can see that Fran Hayden really faced these issues as day pass by and months pass by, and she is really dissatisfied with the working conditions there, and as well her employers behavior towards her. To be added, the job quality models highlight that workers are more fulfilled and motivated when a position has higher levels of autonomy, skill variety, task identity, job feedback, and task significance, quoted again by mention. By this quotation, we can see that same goes with the station, our case topic. Fran Hayden feels very disappointed as she always got the same job. The job that has been given to her has no skill variety in it, and also task identity by quoted by mention. It shows that Fran Hayden job really doesn't have specific or compulsory skill for it, as Fran Hayden is a management graduate, and she unfortunately has been taken up for management information system in her early work experience. So to conclude this introduction, this case primary topic, there's a lot of problem going on inside or outside the company. Therefore, companies out there should look for a solution to give their employees some motivation to work their effort, 100% efforts on their work. Thank you.
Good morning to Sir Carlton. I'm Iman Shaira, and now I'll be continuing about the case synopsis. The first problem that occurred in the organisation for Fran was that she was not told about what kind of work she was appointed for. She was transferred to the MIS department without any notice, whereas she was initially appointed for the accounting department. Fran's casual behavior was the reason for the conflict between her and her manager Peter. Fran should have personally told Peter before going for the workshop. Fran was easily driven by others, so she talked to Vernon about her problems in the MIS department, and he told her about the vacancy in his department. Mike told her about the stealing of his ideas by the manager, and she was influenced by it, which worsened the image of her manager in her mind. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sharis. So for our case synopsis, Fran Hayden is a recent graduate and completed her bachelor in management. At first, she is very happy with her work requirement in the first few months. And the first problem that occurred was that she was not told about what kind of work she was appointed for.
So I'm gonna continue with what happened after Fran Hayden finished her study in Bachelor of Management Studies. She applied a position at Delhi Engineering. She took the position without thinking what work she would appoint for. On her first day, she was assigned to create a system for the company. Unfortunately, she didn't know how to do that. Because of that, Rob called Fran to his office and asked Fran to go for a workshop at Auckland for 2 weeks, like that. Rob tell that he will inform Peter about these things, but he didn't say anything to Peter. Fran then left for the workshop, and she was so grateful because the workshop was so useful and informative. She gets the workshop with the executive and gets to act the management person.
Peter found out that Fran went to the training without his permission, and he was curious about it and thinking that she had connived behind his back. So after the incident, Peter wore all Fran's colleges to make sure that she gets all her pennyworth done. So after that, he admonishes her, and Fran was upset joining the company. So this conflict affected her work performance, and she was not happy because she needs to face negative work behavior. So after that, Fran decided to write a formal letter to Rob regarding requesting to be transferred to the upcoming position in cost accounting. So after Peter found out, Peter became more upset and finally fires Fran from the company. So I think this is because of the lack of communication between Peter and Franz, and also about Peter's judgment about the incident without proper investigation and communication with Fran. So I think poor leadership also caused Fran Hayden's termination at the organisation.
So for question A, describe Fran's emotion and attitude since joining dairy engineering. How have they changed and why? So initially, Fran showed interest and was feeling enthusiastic in dairy engineering because she thought the company had made her reservation to provide her the job she wanted. Fran's emotions started to change by becoming confused, and she was surprised when offered the position of assistant cost accountant due to her inexperience. Fran perceived the department was quiet, clerically oriented, and overstaffed. Her perception of her position was much different and less challenging. Fran needed clarity and consistency as to what the organisation required from her. Fran also experiences harassment from Peter, which causes her to feel very stressed. This is due to Peter's behaviour, who exhibited a high level of incivility, affecting all staff, including workers, to avoid interacting with Fran, which leads her to feel more stress caused at work, fear for her role, and desperation in seeking a transfer. Also, relationships were impacted at home for Fran. Fran also felt stressed because rather than aiming his displeasure at Rob, he directed it at Fran. Next, question B. Describe Fran's level of loyalty, effective commitment, and explain why she has this level of loyalty. Fran has a rather high level of loyalty because even though Fran was devastated from the first day at dairy engineering, it's time for her to begin looking for another job, but she still chooses to stay, even though she should have taken her experiences with her and used better communication skill at her next place of employment. By Fran having effective commitment, she displayed her emotion attachment through identification with involvement with a particular organisation, which is dairy engineering. Fran has this level of loyalty because she was eager to gain experience that she had not received from the MIS department. After seeking advice, Fran requested a transfer and was terminated only after 5 months of employment. From the storyline, this shows that Fran never wanted to move on from dairy engineering and would rather stay at the company. It also indicates that the main reason she has this level of loyalty is due to her determined mind to gain experience from the MIS workshop. Next, for question C, discuss Fran's psychological contract with dairy engineering. Fran's psychological contract with dairy engineering is this conflict has affected her work performance and her personal life. She was so stressed and not happy because she needs to face these negative work behaviours. Fran writes a formal letter to Rob, then transferring from MIS to cost accounting. Dairy engineering failed to recognise its communication inefficiency, such as Rob failed to inform his staff about the new employee, which is Fran. Peter's judgment about the incident without proper investigation and communication with Fran causes lack of communication, and then Fran Hayden entered an organisation without them even knowing that she was due to commence. Poor leadership caused Fran Hayden termination at the organisation.
Hi Dr. Carlton, my name is Hana Kamidam Chernizam. I'm from UDC Section 1. My matrix number is UDC 190028 and my part is question D. So for me, I would have done a report to the authority because the company which I'm working for, which is dairy engineering, causes unawareness of the job. So she should have personally told Peter before going for the workshop. She should told her manager about her participant at the workshop. She shouldn't have gone there without his permission, which is Peter's permission. Instead of talking with people of the other department, she could easily have spoken with her boss about her position in the company, and that she wasn't satisfied with the work, and that she wanted more responsibility in the department. So the second part is question E. The main participant might be under is conflict management. Negative conflict can undermine job performance, which is affect organizational effectiveness, occurred between Fran and Peter due to Peter's belief that his authority was undermined by Fran attending a course without his approval. Good communication is an essential tool in achieving productivity and maintaining strong working relationship at all levels of an organization. So the last part is question F. So employees who communicate effectively with colleagues, manager and customer are always valuable asset to an organization. It is a skill which can often set people apart from their competition when applying for a job. So that's all for me. Thank you.
And for the conclusion, first thing we need to say is it is clear that we need to understand the importance of following values in an organization. By the mean of following values, it means like we need to understand, we need to have the knowledge of organizational behavior in order to get full happiness of our working experience in workplace. Second, we also understand from the case, which is Fran Hayden case, that it is important that values and transparency need to be implied in an organization. And also as an employee, it is of utmost importance to inform the immediate senior managers of one's doings within and outside the department. Third one, in regard to creating communication in the company, the solution can well be implemented by ensuring the workers and employers have a decent bond and work together as a team, whereby they will understand each other better. And the last one, employees appear to lack of knowledge. Employees who have a lack of knowledge in certain ways, such as lack of skill or in a certain department for a specific type of work, such as Fran Hayden in the situation. Therefore, these employers or the ones who are higher up in the hierarchy should implement the knowledge to their employees, to as there will be a new power that will come up, such as expert power, that will make employees have a good respect towards employees.